Hello everyone, welcome to this series, and in this series we're going to learn how to automate scripts on mobile devices. So we're going to actually need a lot of programs, so this tutorial is only going to cover what programs we need and how to configure some of the stuff. So let's get started. First thing you will need is APM. So this is the program you need to download. So you'll have to press download APM, and you will also have to download a jar file, which is a Java jar file, since we're going to use Java when we script. So you'll have to go to Java and then press on the jar file right here and then press save. I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to do that. And also for APM, I already have it downloaded. You're going to download this, since if you're in Windows, you're going to download the .exe, and if you're on Mac, you either download that one or this one. Okay, so that's those. You will need to download NotJ App, which is right here. You have two options, either the recommended version, which is not the latest, and then the 7.9. I personally downloaded this version. And if you download this version, you probably will have to upgrade your Chrome driver, because right now we actually have Chrome. Let's see, if we go to settings, about, yeah, we have version 57, so probably that Node.js is not up to date, but don't worry, I'll show you guys that how to actually change the Chrome driver from the Node.js files. So I would recommend to download this one to be on the same line as me. You'll also need Eclipse, which I'm pretty sure if you watch the Selenium tutorials, you will have that. And I totally recommend to watch the Selenium tutorials before you actually do this series, because that series will cover a lot of stuff that we're gonna be using in the mobile automation. So you'll have to go to Eclipse, download if you don't have it already. Go to Java as well, Java Development Kit. So you will need to download this one. You press accept and you download whatever is valid, depending on what kind of computer you're using. So I'm using Windows 64, so I'll download this one. And you also need just regular Java, which is the Java GRE. If you just write Java, it should download. So free Java download. You also need Selenium libraries. So you'll have to download Selenium libraries. You'll have to download the Selenium standalone server, which is 3.31 is the latest, and you also download the Selenium jar files, which is from here. And if you're going to download the Node.js, not the latest one, we'll have to install the Google Chrome driver as well from here. And we'll also need Android Studio. I know it's a lot of stuff you need, don't get discouraged, but trust me, after you download all of those, things will start working and you'll get excited. We'll download this one, and I think that's pretty much it. And if you don't have what is it called, if you don't have if you didn't watch the Selenium series, I would totally recommend to watch the first tutorial, because it will show you how to set up the path for Java, which you go to My Computer, and then you go to Properties, and you go to Advanced System Settings, and go to Environment Variables and do some stuff in here. But I'm not going to show it in this tutorial. I'm just going to tell you to watch my Selenium tutorials, so you will be able to understand more. Okay, So we did all of that. Okay, so after you install all of those, so you'll have to install those the jar files that you download. You don't have to install them. We're just gonna use them when we download when we import them to Eclipse. So the jar files, you don't just put them on the side. So anything that looks like this, put it on the side. Anything else, you'll have to install. And after you install all of them, and the one that you're gonna have to configure or install more stuff from is Android Studio. So open Android Studio, and the first time you will open it, it's gonna ask you to download more stuff as well. So that's probably more annoying, but just probably keep pressing next, 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 and then go to the search section, search button right here, and then type SDK Manager. Open this out, and you're probably not going to have all these checked. You're probably going to have some of them checked. So I would recommend, since you're not developing, you don't actually have to download a lot of stuff. You probably just have to download specific things. So I would say press Launch Standalone SDK Manager. And then, depending on what kind of Android you have, if you have 6.0, 7.0, it's going to recommend you to install some stuff. So you can install those recommended packages. But what we actually need to get our devices to be detected by the computer, you need the SDK platform for whatever Android you're using. So if I'm using Android 6.0, install this Android 6.0 SDK platform, and so on. Because if you don't do that, whenever you connect your Android device using USB, it won't be detected, and the ADB commands won't work with those. Alright, so that's it, and you just press install packages and you should be good. And you also need to download from the SDK tools. So get rid of the platform ones. We go to the SDK tools. You need to download the Android support repository, and this will allow you to use something called UI UI Automator, which will give you a program. I'll show you that program. You can actually exit Android Studio and go to C. Go to users, whatever your computer's name, and then go to app data, go to local, Android, SDK, tools, and then you'll find a bat file right here called UI Automator Viewer. So if you press on those and just wait a few seconds, and let me actually at the meantime connect my device so you guys will see one thing this program actually does. So if I connect my device and make this bigger, and I already have USB debugging there, which I'm going to show you guys later, but if I press right now device screenshot, it's going to actually obtain the screenshot of that screen, and it's going to be like, you know how we have the inspector right there. It's going to do the same thing, but this is actually not live. This is just a picture. It doesn't do a live inspection, which is fine. So you can just take a screenshot of what you want to inspect, and you can find the XPaths of whatever you actually need. So just to recap, so that's actually it. So just to recap, whatever we need to download: Appium, you need to download the program and the jar file. NotJ, you'll download this one. You'll need to have Eclipse. Also, if you don't have Eclipse, you'll have to have the Java JDK and GRE. You will also need Android Studio. You will need the Selenium libraries, and I think that's it. I hope I didn't miss anything. And you also need to download the Android repositories so you'll be able to use the UI Automator. And that's all for this tutorial. I know it was a pretty boring, long tutorial, but trust me, things will get excited in the next tutorials. So please let me know if you have any questions, or if something goes wrong, just leave me a comment and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you guys again, and have a good day.